Welcome back, boys. We are doing lesson 2, that is spreadsheet, formulas and functions. In the previous lesson, I have explained formulas in Excel, creating a basic formula, using compound formula, using formula on text and cell range. Today I am going to explain you cell reference and its types. The cell address that we use in the formula is known as the cell reference. For example, A1, where A denotes the column name and 1 denotes the row number. With references, you can use the data from different parts of the worksheet or different sheets of the workbook. There are three types of cell references. The first one is relative reference. So what is relative reference? When you create a formula, references to a cell or ranges are usually based on the position relative to the cell. When you copy or move the formula to other cell, the reference to the cell automatically gets changed. For example, let us say the formula is A1 plus A2. When you copy the formula from A3 to B3, Excel automatically changes the reference to match the location of the cells, that is B1 in place of A1 and B2 in place of A2. So this is called relative reference. Now the second one is absolute reference. Absolute reference is used when we do not want to change the address of the cell while copying the formula to another cell. And to use absolute reference in a cell, you need to add $sign before the column and row number. For example, it is $A, $1 plus $A, $2. So whenever you will copy the formula in any other cell, the values A1 and A2 will not be changed. So this is called absolute reference. And the third one is mixed reference. It is a combination of relative and absolute reference. In this type of reference, either row or column has to remain fixed, like $A1 plus $2 is an example of mixed reference. So in this $A1 plus $A2, so in the first part, $A means A is fixed. Now it will not be changed, but the value of 1 will be changed, like it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the second part, $2 will remain fixed. So this is called mixed reference. Circular reference. A circular reference occurs when a formula in a cell refers to its own cell value directly or indirectly. Actually, it is an error condition, because if you enter the formula like this, as you see on the screen, equal to A1 plus A2 into 3, in cell A2 you are making the formula to refer to its own cell value, which is not possible. So in this case, a warning as shown in the figure given on the next page will be displayed in such a case. As soon as you click on the OK button of the warning dialog box, 0 will be displayed to the cell containing formula, like this. Cell reference of another worksheet. You can use the cell reference of one worksheet in another worksheet. This can be done in two ways. The first way is using copy paste option. In this, click on the sheet 2 tab and enter the data. Click on the sheet 1 tab now. Click on cell B8 where the sum function is used. Copy the formula using Ctrl C and then click on the sheet 2 tab and click on cell B8, paste the formula using Ctrl V. And the second way is using sheet reference. It uses sheet number, exclamation mark and cell address. For example, sheet 1 exclamation mark D2. So for this, click on cell C2 of sheet 2, type equal to B2 plus sheet 1 exclamatory mark D2 to add the incentive amount from the cell D2 of sheet 1 to the cell D in the cell B2 of sheet 2, press the enter key. You can calculate the total cell D for other cells by dragging the mouse pointer to rest of the cells when pointer changes to a copy pointer symbol. Formula errors. In Microsoft Excel, if any formula is entered incorrectly, then Excel displays an error message instead of the value and assists you in identifying and fixing the problem. Some of the common errors along with their possible reasons are listed below. Children, you need to learn it. The first one is hash 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 error. So this error occurs if the column is not having enough space to accommodate the value. The second one is this is name error. It occurs if the formula is used incorrectly. The third one is hash value error. It occurs if the formula contains invalid data. And the fourth one is hash div by zero error, that is division by zero error. As you know, any number can be divided by 0. So this error occurs if the number is divided by 0. And next, hash ref error, and that is the error which occurs when the formula refers to a cell that does not exist. This usually happens when the referred cell has been deleted from the worksheet. Functions. As I told you earlier, the functions are the pre-designed formulas in Excel to perform both simple and complex calculations. Functions save time and eliminate the chance to write wrong formulas. They accept arguments and return values. They are built-in formulas that comes with the Excel itself. So there are the rules are: all Excel functions must begin with equal to sign. Function name must be a valid Excel name, for example sum, average. Function name must be followed by an opening and closing parenthesis. Arguments are enclosed in the parenthesis, for example equal to sum, within brackets you have to write A1 colon A5, that is the cell range. Now there are some common functions we need to learn. The first one is AutoSum. AutoSum option. Besides being the common and fastest way to find out the total of the given numbers in a range, it also provides options to find average, count, max, min, etc. You can find this option at two places. The first one in the editing group on the home tab, and in the function library group on the formula tab. Let us use this function to calculate the total of the marks obtained by Anuj. So enter the data as given in the figure. Click on the cell E6 where you want to place the total of the marks. Click on the AutoSum option present in the editing group on the home tab. A dashed border appears around C6 through D6 and Excel automatically enters the formula that uses the sum function in the cell E6. Now press the enter key. The cell E6 will display the result. The next is average. The average function returns the average of the range values. Now next is the max function, and this function is used to find the largest value in the given range. In the same way, there are min function and count functions, and the min function find the lowest value in the range, and count will count the number of elements like words, numbers, etc. in a given range. Next function is today, and it is used to display the current date. Just you have to type just equal to today in the cell and press the enter key. The today function will display the current date in the selected cell. So these are some functions given in the table. Function and its purpose is also given. You need to just learn all these and try to use in your computer. Next is function library. So what is function library? There are many functions defined in Excel and it is beyond the capacity of a person to remember the name and functionality of each of them. To overcome it, Excel has clubbed all the functions in the function library group of Formula tab. Here the functions are categorized by their functionality like math and trig. Trig means trigonometrical functions, text function, date and time, etc. You can click on a category to browse its functions. The insert function is one of the options in the function library group which helps us to in creating a formula. So let us explore this option. Click on the cell in which you want to enter a formula. Click on the insert function present on the formula tab, or click on the insert function button present on the formula bar. Either of these will launch the insert function dialog box and an equal to sign will be placed in the cell. In the insert function dialog box, you can search for a function by typing a brief description of what you want to do in the search for a function text box in case you do not remember the name of the function. For example, add numbers. Like if you don't know the name of the function sum, just write here add numbers and it will give you sum function. In the or select a category text box, you can select the category of the function like math and trig for GCD function. If you are not familiar with the categories, you can select all, which will display an alphabetical list of all the functions in the select a function list box. Select the desired function from the displayed list and then click on OK. This will open the function argument dialog box wherein you will enter the cell references or values and then click on OK and get the result of the selected function. Now managing worksheet. How to manage a worksheet? Children, you can rename a worksheet. Like by default, Excel displays 3 sheets in a worksheet named as sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. But we can add as many sheets as we require and assign any name to them. And to rename any sheet, like if you want to rename the sheet 2 tab, so just right click on sheet 2 tab. A shortcut menu will appear, click on rename option. And then the second option to rename it, double click on the sheet 2 tab. The cursor will appear in sheet 2 tab. Type any name like KIPS and press the enter key. Note that the name of the sheet 2 has been changed to KIPS. In the same way, you can delete a worksheet, and to delete any worksheet, just right click on the desired worksheet and click on the delete option. The sheet will be deleted. Changing color of a sheet tab. You can change the color of the sheet tab, and to change the color, just right click on the sheet tab and click the tab color option from the shortcut menu. Select any color from the displayed choices and observe the change. So children, we have finished the chapter. Now it's your turn. Just try to do all the exercises by yourself. That is fill in the blanks, true false, multiple choice questions and question answers. In the next class, I will explain all the exercises and question answers. Till then, have a nice time. Take care.